Alright, what's up everybody, Mega Players here, and today I want to talk about a thing in DBD that I feel like a lot of people need to stop doing, and it's really annoying. Like, I used to be one of these people, and it's you overusing the word toxic. Like, everyone would call you dropping a pallet toxic, you flashlighting a killer toxic, you putting on a perk toxic. Like, you could just launch the game and you're freaking toxic. Like, it makes no sense at all why people just overuse this word so much, whether to make it feel like whatever the person is doing is actually not good, so now like they're not that skillful for doing it or something. I don't know, it's such a weird thing, a mindset to just, oh, they're camping, they're toxic, they're telling that they're toxic, the generation is toxic, they're bringing all these perks is toxic, and it's like people just forget like what it means to actually be toxic. And I feel like what it is to actually be toxic in this game is to at end game chat or voice chat, whatever, you message the person and you say all these horrible things to them because you lost, or you say mean things even when you win, that type of stuff. When you say awful things to them and show off, your horrible personality or whatever, like your horrible mindset, and you throw it onto them. Like, I feel like that's toxic. When you spread that just negative energy. But when you're just playing the game however you want, whether you do certain things, it can be annoying, but excuse me, but it's not toxic. Like, yeah, it's annoying to get camp, it's annoying to the gens to pop in like 3 minutes, but it's not toxic in any way. Like, the other player, the killers or the survivors, are just doing their objective at the end of the day. And at the end, I've learned this, like, I've learned this. So whenever I'm having a really bad game against a survivor and they're looping me really good and they seem to be toxic, like they give me like a slight teabag or something, at the end of the game they just say GG's. And you can tell, like, it happens when you're playing killer or survivor. You kind of get full of yourself and you start to feel good, like that's something that's not toxic. So it makes sense where some people teabag or, like, feel good when they're doing good because they're doing good. It makes sense. And at the end of the game they're pretty chilled. And I've learned that a lot. Like, at the end of the game, the person turns out to not actually be a dickhead. And that's it. Like, the word toxic is just so overused, and people need to understand it's only toxic in my in my opinion, because it is my opinion that, like, if you're being a dickhead at the end of the game and saying mean things to the person because you lost, or you're making them feel bad because you won, or talking shit, like, about just saying really mean things like, oh, I hope you die or whatever, that's just too much. Like, that's just horrible. Like, yeah, some people should talk, like, oh, how your mom or whatever, that's whatever, like, that's just basic MW2 stuff. But like, when you go like really deep and, like, tell someone I hope they die, or like, oh, like, fuck you, like, that's just that's, come on. Like, I don't get it. And the sad part is that the people that are doing it in this game are like 15 years and older, or they're adults, which is even worse. Like, at a certain age you should know, like, saying stuff like that is just, come on, it's just a game, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to be like this, but I self-reflected a lot, and sometimes, like, I catch myself in the act if I am doing it. Like, from time to time I still get kind of annoyed when I'm chasing survivor and they're looping me. I'm like, oh, they're kind of toxic in my head, or of course I don't try to say it out loud, but I'm like, I shake my head, I'm like, what are you, come on, they're not being toxic, they're just doing what they're supposed to do. And I think some people need to hear this. Like, just take it easy, like, think a little bit and realize, like, they're not being toxic, like, just how whatever you're doing to win the game is not toxic. And that this word is just so overused, and it's really annoying, and I feel like people just need to, like, think before they say the word toxic. Instead of, like, saying toxic, I feel like just saying annoying is better. Like, this killer annoys me, that's it. But some people will say, oh, doctor is toxic. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but it's dumb. And, like, I can understand something being annoying, but toxic is just, the word is so overused, and people just need to stop. Like, same with, like, the other terms, but this word is just insane, dude. And I don't know, I just wish the community would just stop. or people would just realize. But I mean, yeah, that's a little topic I wanted to talk about. I just wish the community would just chill for a bit. I mean, let me know your thoughts. Like, what do you think is toxic, or you know, do you feel like it's overused or not? So yeah, if you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Peace out.